welcome one and welcome all to Big 17, Florida, where predictions is my addiction and money is my company. And I'm back at it with another flawless prediction, folks. And I am very pleased to say, I'm very happy to say that I am no longer being hunted down by loan sharks, okay? I managed to pay off my debts made in the Jeremiah Wells versus Mick Tobacco Worldwide fight by using my natural gifts, you know what I'm saying, my abilities, you know what I'm saying, to predict the future, you know, my abilities as an MMA oracle. I use these abilities to enrich myself, okay? And I'll be honest, if you had these abilities, would you enrich yourself too? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. My channel's right here. So I'm just going to ask you guys to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to see terrorists to the sport like Ian Machado Gary and Hunter Bin Laden Campbell blow up into millions of little pieces, folks. That is a beautiful sight, and I'm praying that you guys want to see it as much as I do. Okay, folks? Now, without further ado, let's get into the video with my record, okay? Now, this is my record from the last fight, okay? Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Gregory Robocop Rodriguez, a.k.a. Barack Obama, buff Barack Obama, all right? Brazilian Barack Obama. And if you ask me, I think I did incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, some witchcraft was at afoot, okay? some kafluffy was at afoot, all right? Because Larion Douglas lost to Jamal Emmers. But honestly, I feel like that's on me. You know what I'm saying? I think Larion Douglas, like, I was kind of hyping him up after one win. He has a nasty record, and he's going up against, you know what I'm saying, kind of a veteran in Jamal Pretty Boy Emmers. You know what I'm saying? I definitely underestimated his power, okay? Like, he shattered Gunslinger's face, bro. He, like, broke his face. The guy, like, crumbled. Not from getting knocked out, not from getting concussed, but from, like, pure pain. Carly Judice, okay, it's a women's fight. And I only watched women's division for, like, 4 people. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the 4 people, Chanel Dyer won, you know what I'm saying, versus Elise Reed. This was the easiest prediction of my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even take having magical abilities to get that fight right, okay? But you know what does? Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. That's what takes magical abilities. As a matter of fact, he really doesn't. I'm just smart. I'm a genius, okay? I'm a genius, and some of you guys just so happen to not be geniuses, and for some reason pick Fluffy Hernandez. But you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. I got basically all my predictions right. Now let's go on to the actual video, you know what I'm saying, the meat and potatoes, my predictions with the main event of the evening. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Kung Fu Kid Yadong, aka Song Ding Dong. Alright, so basically we got Tiny Khabib that can strike versus the Asian Kung Fu Kid, okay? The off-brand Kung Fu Kid. Okay, that's basically what we got here. And I don't know why the UFC doesn't like Small Khabib. You know what I'm saying? I think Small Khabib's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? The Dagestani. Dagestani. But I really don't know why they got him fighting lower in the rankings. Like, this guy's been doing good in his last fights. He should be getting higher and higher up, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I actually want to see him, you know what I'm saying, fight for the title against Petr Yan, you know what I'm saying? Have, like, I don't want O'Malley to fight Merab, you know what I'm saying, yo? As an O'Malley fan, I personally don't want to see him fight Merab again, you know what I'm saying, you know, without being completely confident in his grappling ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of worried about that. You know what I'm saying? So, as a matter of fact, let's do the trilogy. Let's have Petr Yan fight Merab Dvalishvili, okay, and have Umar Nurmagomedov fight Sean O'Malley. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Sean. You know, I think that would be actually a really good fight. You know, or like have Sean Strickland fight Corey Sandhagen. Like, I know it doesn't make sense. It's the exact same thing I was criticizing the UFC about, but that would be a pretty cool fight. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm getting sidetracked. All right. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. I'm gonna be honest. Umar has just about every advantage in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have like a height advantage, but he has reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have like a kind of sizable size advantage, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Song Yadong is pretty buff, but he does not have a chin. And you guys gotta remember my number one rule: if it's yellow, bet on a different fellow, okay? So that's why I will be going for Umar Nurmagomedov, Small Khabib, to win this one against Song Yadong, okay? Song Yadong's a good fighter. He's kind of going on a little bit of a losing streak, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, you know, it's kind of something, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it must be. Okay, folks, let's go on to the co-main event of the evening, okay? A women's fight, you know what I'm saying? Two women that I do not know, you know what I'm saying? But I have done my research, you know what I'm saying? And by research, I mean astral projecting, okay? I was astral projecting in my room, you know what I'm saying? Astral projecting all over the walls, and I came up with this decision here, okay? I got Yan Xiaonan to beat Denise D. Gomez, okay, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to see like a kind of common trend. You got a lot of Chinese folks on this card fighting Brazilians, you know? And it's very interesting. It is a Macau card, you know what I'm saying, or like somewhere in China, I forget. All I know is it's happening at 3 a.m. in the morning, and that's the only thing that really matters, okay? Because I will be asleep through the entire thing. I'll rewatch the footage or whatever, all right? But, you know, this is my pick. Okay, let's go on to Quiling Arui, or like how the UFC wants to spell it on their official website, Ari Quiling. Okay, the Mongolian murderer. Okay, the Mongolian murderer. You know, we're not going to pronounce his real name. Okay, the only thing that matters is that he comes from Inner Mongolia. Okay, he is a Mongolian. He is a direct descendant of Genghis Khan. Okay, he is a direct descendant of Genghis Khan, and he's going up against Kai Asakura, okay? And if you guys did your research, if you guys actually paid attention in history, you know what I'm saying, and you guys weren't like dilly-dallying, hooting in the back room, you know what I'm saying, then you would know that the Mongolians actually went to war with the Japs, okay? They went to war with the Japanese, okay? And if you guys know, then you know the Japs won, okay? Every single time, because for some reason God was on their side. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm going to say is that this kind of led to World War II. Yeah, I'm not going to like say any conspiracy theories, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to let you guys, you know, put together what you guys want to put together there. All right? Yeah, but I forgot to mention, like, Kai Asakura is kind of garbage, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of trash. He came from champion in another league, you know what I'm saying? And he's kind of had like a big fall from grace, and he's gonna be very emotional. He's gonna need this win a lot, but if anyone's gonna lose, it's probably gonna be Kai Asakura versus the Mongolian murderer. All right, now let's go on to Alex Perez versus Su Mandarji, okay, aka the Tibetan Eagle, okay? This guy comes from the mountains. He comes from the Himalayas, okay? He lives with Yeti. He lives with the Bigfoot, you know what I'm saying? Well, the Bigfoot of the Himalayas, which I guess is just a Yeti, you know what I'm saying? And he trains with them. Just like how the Dagestanis, they wrestle bears. This guy, he wrestles Yetis. He manhandles Yetis, okay? He trains with the Tibetan monks, okay? That's why they call him the Tibetan Eagle, all right? Okay, and he's going up against Alex Perez, you know what I'm saying? A Mexican-American, a.k.a. a veteran in the UFC, okay? This guy's got an 11th rank, and he's got a sizable, you know what I'm saying, size disability, you know what I'm saying, to say the least. I'm sure he's used to it. You know, he's very short, he's very tiny, 5'6". But, you know, I got Su Mandarji to win, the Tibetan Eagle. I think he's going to use some martial arts. He's going to use that kung fu, that Tibetan stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's going to win this. He's going to win this real easy. Now let's go on to Louis Gay, the Oriental Dragon, versus Levi Rodriguez Jr., a.k.a. Baby Monster. Okay, they call him Baby Monster because he looks like an oversized baby. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit of lore for you guys. But let's talk about the Oriental Dragon. Okay, I didn't know they made Asians this big. You know what I'm saying? I thought they did that once and that guy became a basketball player. But you know what I'm saying? I did not know they made Asians this big. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was like, I don't know, Mongolian. I know Mongolians are big, but jeez, bro. 6'5", 6'5". He's like the same height. He's literally the same height as Tom Aspinall. Okay, like, damn, this guy's a genetic freak. He's a genetic monster. Okay, and it's kind of obvious who I'm gonna pick. Okay, it's gonna be the guy who's 6'5". 6'5", bro. It's crazy, yo. The Oriental Dragon is gonna swoop in. He's gonna eat the baby monster because he is the real monster. Okay, now let's go on to Bilal Hassan, the Indo Ninja, okay, versus Nilson Rojas, aka El Rayo, okay. And you know what I'm saying, we got mi amigo over here from Peru versus Bilal Hassan fighting out of America. I think he's from America too. You know what I'm saying? The Indo Ninja. But forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this guy like went to China and that's why he's currently repping China. I'm pretty sure he's repping China in this fight. You know what I'm saying? The Indo Ninja. I think ninjas are Chinese or something like that, Korean. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's kind of who he's representing. He's representing the ninjas, okay, from China. You know what I'm saying? As an Indian, that's real interesting. You know what I'm saying? Indians are pretty terrible fighters overall. So, you know what I'm saying? This is going to surprise you when I pick Bilal Hassan to win this one. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just got the Kung Fu down. He's got the Kung Fu down packed. You know what I'm saying? He's going to win this one. And he's undefeated. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, let's go on to Andre Mascote Lima, okay, the Brazilian versus Nam Sari Batbadi, the Steppe Warrior, okay, another Mongolian, and he's actually from the country of Mongolia, okay? And, you know what I'm saying, as you guys know, he's a direct descendant of Genghis Khan. He's just got that killer instinct in him, you know what I'm saying? He's got the blood of millions of dead innocents, like, on his hands, you know what I'm saying? Because of the blood coursing through his veins or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this guy's a monster. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have that natural warrior instinct, that natural killer instinct, but he's going up against a Brazilian. You know what I'm saying? A Brazilian, okay? These guys descend from the Amazonian warriors, okay? And the combination Portuguese colonialists, okay, the colonizers, all right? He descends from the conquistadors, you know what I'm saying? So you also got to factor in that, you know what I'm saying? And, but besides their genetics, besides their blood, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about their actual fighting, okay? Andre Lima, this guy's too cautious. This guy is way too cautious. You know what I'm saying? The guy doesn't know how to put on pace. I don't know what's up with him. You know what I'm saying? He lost his last fight to Kevin Borjas because of this, and then he was surprised when he lost. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. This guy is too timid. You know what I'm saying? How can you be a timid fighter? That's crazy. That's like a fighter who's scared to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's your whole job. You know what I'm saying? Like what next? You're like a cab driver that's too scared to drive. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. All right. So that's kind of crazy. But I think the Steppe Warrior is gonna put it on. He's gonna put on the pace, and if he brings the fight to him, Andre Lima will definitely be able to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I pick Andre Lima, you know what I'm saying? Assuming the Steppe Warrior's got that warrior instinct and blindly rushes into combat, you know what I'm saying? And if he doesn't and he stays at range, he stays at distance, keeps the fight, you know what I'm saying, at a certain pace, and he might win. He might win, you know what I'm saying? Let's go on. Ray Saruya versus Kevin Borjas, a.k.a. El Gallo Negro. Okay, El Gallo Negro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think this means something black. You know what I'm saying? I think it means black hand, black face. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means in Spanish, but I know this guy's from Peru, and he beat Andre Lima, the guy I was talking about. But this guy is really not that skilled. He's not that good. He just has the left hand, and that's about it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to pick the guy who's largely slept on. Rei Staruya from Japan. She's from Japan. Okay, we got the Japanese guy here. Okay, we got the samurai. Just look how he's looking at you. Just look how he's looking at the screen, bro. That's how a Chad looks at you. Okay, now that's awesome. Now let's go on to Long Zhao, aka the third leg. Long third leg Zhao. All right, versus Francisco Nuzzi. Nuzzi. I don't know how to say Nuzzi. Is it like pizza? Nizza. Francisco Nizza, aka the Berserker. Okay, we got the Italian. All right, I'm gonna be real. I don't know who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? But I did do a little bit of research on him before, you know what I'm saying, making this prediction video. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm putting a little bit of extra work for you guys. All right, and doing research in on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, I have to go for him. I gotta go for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he got my #1 rule. If it's yellow, bet on a different fellow. You know what I'm saying? There are very rare exceptions. You know what I'm saying? Very rare exceptions. You know what I'm saying? But the rule stands true to this day. All right, now let's go on to Jack Barr Jenkins, the Aussie versus Sean the Sniper Woodson, aka the Spider. Okay, the Spider. This guy should really be named the Spider. You know what I'm saying? Anderson Silva should be named like the Spider or the Long Man or you know what I'm saying, those weird things outside of car shops. You know what I'm saying? You know, those floppy men. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I mean? Sean Woodson should definitely take that, you know what I'm saying, nickname as a spider, because he's literally built like a spider. Okay, his arms are insanely long. Like, why are your arms so long, bro? He's got the weirdest built body, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's so perfect for his style of fighting. You know what I'm saying? The long arms is like having stilts, and he's like also 6'2" at 145. So he's also like really skinny, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like, I think he's gonna have the size advantage in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm gonna go for Sean the Spider Woodson. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to have the size advantage. He's going to have the reach advantage. If Parr can't get in, if Jack can't get in close, if he can't, you know what I'm saying, oppose his wrestling, and he's kept on the outside and pieced up, he can get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He can 1,000% get knocked out. Now let's go on to Lawrence Liu. Okay, Lawrence Lau. Lock Yin versus Hector Santiago. Okay, and I got Lawrence Lau, okay, to beat Santiago. Let's go on to Zhang Jingyang, aka the Panda, versus Julia Palastri, aka the Psycho. And I don't know who she thinks she is. I don't know who she thinks she is, bro. Naming herself the Psycho. All right, bro. All right. Yeah, she sounds like some crazy girlfriend or something, bro. I mean, she's looking at the screen. She looks like a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I got Julia to win. You know what I'm saying? I got the Psycho to win. You know, the Panda is a decent fighter, but she's been losing. You know what I'm saying? The last few fights and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of more drawn to Julia. But again, I don't really watch the women's division, so you know what I'm saying. It really is a coin toss for me, really. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to Ding Mang. Okay, Ding Dong Mang, my GOAT. Okay, this is a guy I actually enjoy. He has a crazy looking record, but he is entertaining, bro. He's awesome. You know what I'm saying? He's the GOAT. He is a man's man, and he's going up against a Canadian. Okay, and I want you guys to name one good Canadian fighter that's not GSP in the UFC. You can't name one. You can't name one, okay? Don't come out with that Ayman Zahabi, Mike Malott garbage, okay? The maple syrup chuggers, okay? Our neighbors up north, okay? Those Icemen, those weird freaks that live in the cold for some reason, you know what I'm saying? They're strange. They're really nice for some reason. They think they're European, and it's a weird situation. I personally don't really like them. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want them as a 51st state because Canadians are like, they're worse than New Yorkers, okay? Canadians are worse than New Yorkers. They're worse than people from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And there's no other way I can explain my dislike for Canadians. The only thing that I like from them was Trailer Park Boys. Now that was fire, but that was from Nova Scotia, which I don't really count as Canada. But you know what I'm saying? I got Ding Dong Mang. I got Ding Dong Mang to win this one, okay, man? Okay, man. I got Ding Dong Mang to win, okay? And yeah, I think it's gonna get it done by knockout. You know what I'm saying? TKO. It's gonna be something, you know. But this was Big 17 from Florida, where predictions is my addiction and money is my company. And I need your help to get up to 500 subscribers so I can actually get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for free and I'm getting actually good picks. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys only care about the facts, the truth, you know what I'm saying? Good predictions, then you will find yourself right at home here, you know what I'm saying? So, in the meantime, I'm doing this for free, and I'm doing this for you guys. Sean Strickland, peace out.